All right, everybody, we need ideas. The guys down in game design said, you can't put a filter on Breath of the Wild and just call it Breath of the Wild 2. That's immoral. That's illegal. Story matters. Ugh. All right, Tim, what do you got? What do you got for us? All right, I was thinking, I got a new installment in the Earthbound series. Yeah, that'll get fans. Shut your dumb f***ing mouth. Kill his family. Susan. Yes, Tim, kill his family, please. Thank you so much. All right, Brandon, what do you got? And just remember, you just seen what happened. I was thinking, yeah, a take on, Mario 64. This one's called, it's called Waluigi 64. Where this one, you're actually throw Brandon in front of a bus. Throw him in, I throw him in front of a bus. His family too, please. Take him out. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Susan, I love you. All right, Kyle, you got one shot. What is it? What do you got? I was thinking, how about another entry in the Legend of Zelda series? You said a Zelda game? This one's actually going to be fairly cheaper to make, and this one's going to Shut up! I don't care what the idea is. We're doing it. We are doing it. Susan, throw the Nintendo's bank account at Kyle. Throw our entire... Susan, throw yourself in front of the bus. Throw yourself. We're done. We're professional.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Not a sequel to the Hyrule Warriors game that already came out, but this one is very, very similar in many different ways. It's an upcoming hack and slash game, and the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda series, taking place before Breath of the Wild came out, actually 100 years before everything went terrible and everyone died, and it was very sad. Spoiler alert, if you're gonna watch this video, there's gonna be a few minor spoilers, but I will not spoil the game for you.
Reason, yacht! I feel like the next words I'm gonna say to you feel like I'm just making things up. Time-traveling baby guardian. I am a huge procrastinator when it comes to Legend of Zelda games. I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild, but one of the biggest things that I was worried about after playing Breath of the Wild going into Age of Calamity was the fact that we knew what was gonna happen. It's cool for a prequel story. I know a lot of people were really excited to see what took place in the Great War. I was less excited because you kind of can't divert from what you already know. And the big thing is Nintendo went BAM! Sucker punch to the face and threw in this really cool idea of adding a guardian that changes sides, technically, even though it started on the right side, somewhere in the timeline of Breath of the Wild, and comes back in time to warn Zelda about the upcoming future that is going to be terrible because Ganon's a big-ass dick. That is the big key here, is that time-traveling guardian literally can change the future, so this might be another Legend of Zelda timeline split, so we see 10 million other games that have no connection, but pretend to have a connection in the end. Just like my worried boy back here, they might not be so worried, you know? It really is a bit of a relief in my eyes to see that they're throwing in a story element like this, even though it sounds completely insane. I would like to see where they go with the story. I would like to see a future where maybe all the champions didn't pass if you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Reason, yacht! Out of the characters you get to play in Breath of the Wild, you don't get to vary too much. You Link. You Link for a long time. Actually, you're Link for 100 years, because he falls asleep for a while. But one of the biggest things that a lot of people were kind of questioning, and it seems like a lot of people were really excited for Breath of the Wild 2 to do, was play as Zelda. Zelda seems very capable in Breath of the Wild. She actually pulls her own and isn't just like another damsel in distress case, which is, you know, we've only seen 700 million times with Zelda and Peach and Daisy and Penelope, I forget her name, Padme? As you jump into Age of Calamity, Zelda uses the tablet effectively. She actually takes out groups and mobs of monsters at a time by just utilizing the strengths on the tablet itself. She uses her wits rather than using just like a sword or like knives or something different that other characters are already utilizing way better than her. And I think that's awesome, man. I really think that adding that kind of differs the game up a little bit. Like it makes it so it doesn't feel like just another Breath of the Wild game. because everybody's joining the fight. It feels like the Smash Brothers of Zelda. Are we just jumping back? Holy shit! Reason, yacht! If you're a fan of Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, anything that adds warriors to the end of it, you know that combat. You know, you swing with some swords, you take out groups of enemies, you knock them down. It can get really repetitive. That's one of the reasons that while I host this very optimistic show, I don't tend to play a lot of Dynasty Warrior games. One of the things I found that I really liked about Hyrule Warriors is the combat changes because of the variety of characters. While you're gaining all these different weapons and you're changing them out, such as Link, you know, getting all these different swords and they don't break because durability was garbage, you get a variety of weapons to use. Again, like I said previously, the Sheikah Slate has all of these different effects that you can use in a fight that actually differ from character to character, which is really interesting. But that's the other thing too, is if you get bored of one character, like hacking and slashing as Link, you can jump over to Impa and use her Mirage ability to make clones of herself that fight next to you in a straight line, Naruto. But she does that with knives and cards, and she also uses the Sheikah Slate to use a similar set of abilities. And I'm assuming that's how all of the champions are going to be using them too. It doesn't make it just feel like another hack and slash like Dynasty Warriors. The other really interesting thing they added to it too is the weak points on enemies. So when you're fighting off bigger enemies, you can utilize different skills. You lock on to what it is weak to. There's a gauge that pops up, and knocking that gauge down releases its weak point, which makes it a lot easier to kill. Reason, yacht! One of the things that differs a spin-off game from a normal game, in my eyes at least, is quality. A lot of games that try to do the same thing as the main series tend to not hold its ground because of the quality they put out. That being said, it's really cool to see Hyrule Warriors actually use voice-acted cutscenes and defined rendered cutscenes instead of it just being in-game models. It makes it feel like the Nintendo team didn't just make this as a cash grab before Breath of the Wild 2 came out. It actually defines itself as its own game. And just playing and seeing all the champions interact again, seeing Zelda and Link, the new Guardian, in a format that looks like it's actually part of the main series, gives me a lot of hope for this series, to a point where I would be really excited to see, you know, what other content they ended up going through if, like I said in Reason 2, ends up changing the timeline to where we get more story. Reason, yacht! Try doing that with a sore throat. I told you guys in the last video that Reason 5 was for my own personal choice, and I like to use it to actually point out things that I find great in my eyes only, even though that's kind of the other 4 reasons, to be dead honest with you. Nothing has changed. You know what acts like a giant meme in Hyrule Warriors? Robbie. Do you know who I like in Hyrule Warriors? Robbie is a parody of many things. And honestly, he seems like a joke character, but I find it oddly charming to see the game kind of take a character that we've grown with in Breath of the Wild, maybe not too spotlighted. I like that they gave him a little bit more of a bigger role in this one, and you get to interact with him a lot more. His personality and his charm are, in my opinion, really lovable, while annoying to some, and I've already heard many people complain and hate him until the sun falls out of the sky, or the moon, wherever you went. But Robbie was a character that didn't need anything, that nobody maybe even thought a second chance on. They gave him a part in this game to where you feel like he's important, and you feel excited to run into him because he's got that optimistic cheer to him. You know, in a game that's all about calamity and devastation and destruction, somebody can wear a smile, somebody can wear a little badge and not break our hearts like Mifa. Reason 5.5. If you guys really like this video and you're really interested in Age of Calamity, I have a good friend that streams on Twitch. His link should be below, or his picture should be somewhere up here because I'm good at putting pictures up. I usually do that in post-edit. His name is John, or Paradoxal. You should go check out his stream of Age of Calamity. It should be on November 20th. Go check it out. It would be a really cool thing for me, and it would be a really cool thing for you, and, you know, don't be a dick. But seriously, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, and please subscribe, and please tell me what you liked about this video. If there's some games that you'd like me to cover, please put them in the comments below, and I will check all those out, and hopefully make a video on those next. I love all you guys, and remember, I'll beat your ass, Moon! Wherever you are, you stupid. Also, I failed to mention, if you're interested in the game, check it out. It should be releasing today or tomorrow or the next day, November 20th. Go buy it where games are sold.